Welcome, good morning. We're going to use a set of ankle weights and a block. I'm actually not going to use the ankle weights, but I suggest it. I sequenced it yesterday with the ankle weights and it's pretty spicy. My hips are feeling it a little bit today. So those are, if you have them, it's a lot of fun. Grab them. If not, just your block. The theme is diagonal lines. So it's really important to think of training our brain, our body, our nervous system to move in different directions, multi-planar directions, to train different movement patterns, different planes of motion. So we're going to take a lot of familiar movements, motions, and just put it on a diagonal. So grab your coffee, your tea, your warm drink. You can be in a sweater and sweatpants, pajamas, whatever you want. I'm probably going to stop for multiple sips of coffee since I have not had coffee yet. I usually do before I teach. So let's sit up nice and tall. Leave my toe socks on for a little longer. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms forward. Feel like you're up and on your sit bones here. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and twist, reach your right arm back. Back through center. Right hand to left thigh, left arm reaches. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Center. Start to connect with your breath here. Ribs expanding, breathe in. Ribs drawing in on the breath out. Let's do one more, and then I know we began on the right, but let's reach our left arm back, 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 open wide. And now reach on a diagonal towards the right long edge, corner of your mat, round in. Feel like cat pose through the spine. Reach back, twist, second side. Open up, breathe out. Inhale, reach up and over. Space into the back of your ribs. Exhale. Center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, rotate. So we've got this lateral flexion. We've got flexion. We've got rotation, reach, twist. Last one. Open back up. Bring your arms forward. And now simple cat-cow. Bring your hands behind your thighs. Lift through your chest. And then exhale to round, curl your chin towards your chest. Really moving through the middle of your spine, and being in a seated position invites more movement so that we're not just trying to move the pelvis, not just the tailbone. Good, now come on around. Actually come all the way down onto your back body. So if you don't have the ankle weights yet and you want the ankle weights, slip them on. Come all the way down. Breathe in. Exhales, can your ribs get heavier here? Good. Right leg floats up to a tabletop. Left hand behind your head, ab curl position. Use the left hand to help support the weight of your head here. Now send your right leg out on a diagonal. Reach it long. Right arm reaches up. Oh, we're on the wrong side. Let's bring our right hand behind our head. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Widen your left arm and your right leg about a foot away out on a diagonal. And then exhale, zip it back up. Inhale to open. Exhale to curl. Yeah, keep going back up. I guess we're staying steady through the spine, but I want you to maintain that curl, that rounding through the middle of your back, that flexion through your thoracic spine. Try to maintain it here. If you begin to feel your hip flexors working, I can feel mine from yesterday. My hip flexors are quite weak. They're quite tight, so often goes with weakness. Don't panic if you feel your hip flexors here. We're gonna do 4. Your hip flexors are working here. That is okay. 3. Let's move for 2. And 1. Lower down, take a rest, breathe in. Exhale, come right back up. Float one leg into tabletop, float your next leg into tabletop. Right leg reaches, left arm up. We're still curling up. Now let's open, widen, keep it going. So now we simply have less support. You can experiment with using the breath, the exhale to widen, or maybe the exhale to gather back towards your midline. Just 3. The trunk is stable, just the arm and leg moving. 2. Ribs are still heavy. 1. Hug your knees in. Take a moment, take a breath, maybe rotate through the ankles, invite some movement in there. Okay, second side. So we're going to begin by floating the left leg long, curl up, right hand supporting you this time. Or wait, maybe we're not. Right arm is reaching up. See, I have not had my coffee yet. Right arm reaching up, left leg reaching long. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe it's the exhale to widen. And back through center. They reach in opposite directions in this diagonal line. We're awakening up through the little superficial layer of our abdominal wall here. That's what helps us. That's what flexes the thoracic spine. Building awakeness, aliveness, support there. Energy through the left leg, quadricep lengthening your leg away from you. Glutes are soft. Supporting a long neck with your left hand. 2. 1. Pause, release, breathe into your belly. Breathe it out. Float your legs into tabletop, find that ab curl position. Left leg long, right arm reaches up and open wide, and try to keep everything else still. I'm gonna exhale to gather back in. Inhale, my ribs expand. Exhale, they contract. 4. Keep breathing. Notice what's happening through your low spine. Try to resist the temptation of any extension through the lumbar spine. 2. Let's move for 1. Release it down. Wave the knees, open the legs side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we have another exercise in our back body before we get moving. I'm going to ditch my socks, my toe socks, have a sip. Okay, set yourself up for a bridge pose. So feet are hip distance, sit bone distance apart. Push through your feet. Arms are long. Exhale, lengthen your hips up. Extension, hip extension. Lower down, hip flexion. Keep that simple movement pattern going. Lower and lift. Find your back body, find your glutes, your hamstrings, those hip extensors. And we're gonna get ready to add on in 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Turn your toes out, so your heels stay glued down, your toes turn out. Lift your hips up. Turn your toes back forward, lower your hips down. Open, lift, glide the toes, all 10 toes forward, slowly lower your pelvis. So a little bit of coordination. Brain and body, always integrate it. It starts to feel like this circular motion, like we're just pivoting on our heels. Maybe your hips, the back of your hips, don't even fully touch down. very mindful of our low back. This is not about extension in the spine. This is about hip extension, hip flexion, building strength in different directions, different angles of the hip joint. Let's do 3, and then we're gonna get ready to add on. Circle down and around for 2. Exhale it up. Inhale it down. Next time you lift, stay here. So we're holding it here. Our hips, our knees, our ankles, our toes are all facing up, so all in the same direction. And now start to press your hands into the mat so they get more involved. Your arms get more involved in this shape. As you slide your right foot away from you, try not to dip the pelvis. Slide your left heel away from you. So you might feel the hamstrings more. Now glide your right foot back in. Glide your left foot back in. Now let's do that the opposite leg first. So left leg, maybe you can reach a little bit longer. The hips are still lifted. Right leg slides away. You have to kind of unstick them from your sticky mat. Come right back in. Let's go again. Right. Slowly with control, left. Pull your right heel back in. Pull your left heel back in. Let's just do that one more time. Left. Right, explore the length through the hamstrings, pull back in, land the toes, face them forward, lower your pelvis, breath in. Exhale, make your way up to a seat. You can rock your way up there or roll onto your side body and find a tabletop position on your hands and knees. So we're going to do kind of that exact same movement, but now just from a quadruped position. So hands and knees, think like the dead bug, like the lateral dead bug we just practiced. Left leg is going to reach long behind you. Think your foot is at hip height. So your leg is in this long line. Your neck is long. Reach your right arm long. Let's take a few just to get familiar what we're used to. Hand to thigh, exhale away. Let's just do 4. Feel the ribs support it, the ribs lifting. Feel this protraction through the shoulders, especially that left side, pushing left hand into the mat. 2. Let's do 1, and now hold the arm and leg long. Take a breath in. Exhale to widen right leg, left leg, right arm, open to the sides. Bring them back through center. Open up, find your diagonal line, and then glide back in. Choose your breath pattern. Stay connected to the breath. Let the breath support you from the inside out. Let's do 3. Inhale. Open. 2. We're going to hold our diagonal line. Hold it here. Press into your left hand. Breathe in. Slowly lower it down. Come down to your left forearm. And reach your right leg back. So now we've got the opposite leg reaching back. And just think of drawing a big rainbow with your right leg. So maybe you've got the additional resistance of the ankle weights. If not, we don't need it either, right? We can create a lot of resistance in our own body by working against gravity in different ways, as well as by lengthening our limbs away from us like we're doing here, creating more load for the body. Up and around this gorgeous half circle, beautiful big movements. Now, tailbone wants to move with you. Don't let it. Keep the tailbone right back, facing like a headlight, unmoving towards the back of your room. Let's do 2. And 1. There and back. Nice. Make your way back up onto your hands and knees and stretch that out with a down dog for a moment. Breath in. Heels heavy, head heavy, maybe a little wave of your head. head side to side. Good, land the legs, come right back into it. So we've got our right leg stretching back behind us at hip height. So not up here, that's gonna make us arch into the low back. Right here, left arm reaching long, and a few of this forwards and backwards motion we're more familiar with. Exhale away, inhale to tap, pressing into your right arm. Let's do 3. Mindful of where your head and neck are at right now. 2. 1 more. Now stay, breathe in. Exhale, lengthen them on your diagonal. Inhale through center. Keep the energy through the whole length of your arm, the whole length of your leg. Your trunk, back to this idea of your trunk being stable, your limbs moving freely. 3, good. Exhale, open. 2, so steady through your center. Open up, hold it here. Stretch your arm leg away from you. Lower it down. Stretch the hips back, open the palms, take a breath. Back forward on your right forearm, left leg stretches back behind you, and then we draw that half circle, that rainbow, gathering information the whole way through. Up and around, full breath, circulating your system. Root it through that right forearm. Resist any temptation to let the tailbone come along for the ride, to let the ribs come along for the ride. No sway, side to side, as best as you can. Open up, lift. 2. Neck is still long. Breath in. Breath out. Good, come on back up onto your hands, lift the hips, stretch it out. From here, lift your right leg up, stretch it behind you. Exhale to step your right foot through, so it's a transition from the back of your mat to the top of your mat. And then sink into the hips here. Let the hips relax, release. Open your right toes up to like 2 or 3 o'clock. Bring your hands to the inner edge of your right foot. Breathe in. Press through your hands. Press through your left shin. Reach your right leg back on a diagonal. Feel some traction through the bottom, through the base of your foot. That foot that's reaching back, to help you stretch through your calf, to help you find that reach through the whole long line of your body. Now step it forward, back on the diagonal, sink into your hips, stretch there. I'm gonna leave my toes untucked. Step back, let's do that 2 more times. Hold it for a full breath, this beautiful stretch, let that feel really good. And step forward. Really controlling that step forward, particularly with the extra ankle weight. 1 more reach. And step. Now bring your block with you. Come on up to a lunge. So gather the strength through your legs. Now we're in a standing position. Take your block. Think cat-cow through your spine. So reach it in front of you, chin to chest, round through your upper back. And then pull it in, open your shoulders, lift. Round, press, push. Inhale, open, breathe, widen. Let's hold this press. Take an extra breath, breathe laterally, breathe to the back of your ribs, make space to breathe into. Good, now bring it back in. Open your legs up so that you're in like a goddess type pose. You've got this like plie squat for a more Pilates term. Lower the hips, reach the block straight out in front of you, and then exhale it up. Where are your ribs? Mindful of the ribs. Try to move through the shoulder. Stay collected through the ribs. 3. Let's move the arms for 2. 1 more. Now find a pulse through the legs. Reach your block straight out in front of you and lower and lift. Explore the depth. Steady your gaze. Feel into the body. The same lateral, externally rotated position that we were in our glute bridge. Now we're wider. Allow yourself to go deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now bring your block in towards your chest. Turn your toes back around. Find a lunge. Lower your back knee. Lift it up. Press the block away, round through your spine. Pull it back in. Tall spine. Stack your spine. Plie squat. Lower and lift through the legs. 2, 1. Spin back around. Reach the block away, round through your spine. Then land and lower. I think that I did that in a different order. Open back up. We're gonna do that one more time. 3, 2, 1. Lunge. Lower and lift your back knee. Stretch the arms away from you. Pull them back in. Stand up. Whew. Slow the breath down. Breathe a full breath in. Maybe you can bring your hands to your ribcage to feel that expansion. Maybe you close your eyes down to come back within your body. Okay, come on back to meet in a down dog. So you can lower your knees and then lift your hips. Grab a sip of water or whatever you're drinking on the way. Slow breath in. Breathe that breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches, extend through your left hip. Simply step left foot through. Top of the mat, if you need to use your arm, your hand, help you get that up. It's more of a yoga transition, right? So if you're not used to that. And now sink through your hips, heavy through your hips. Breathe in. Exhale. Stay. Walk your toes out a little bit. So think 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Let's get our hands down to the mat. Press into your hands. Untuck your back toes. Start to reach your left leg back on that diagonal. Big, beautiful stretch. Flex through the ankle, flex through the toes, stretch, lengthen, breathe. Good. Pull it forward, softly step it through, stretch the hips. Do that two more times. Think of lifting, using the strength through your core, through your abdominals to lift the leg, and then step back and just stretch it all out. Feels glorious. Reach it forward, breathe in. Now unstick that left leg, the last one. Big, big stretch, big, big breath. Maybe some sounds come out. Step it forward. Grab your block. Come on up. Reach it out, round through your spine. That might deepen the stretch through the front of your right hip. Pull it in. Ribs open. Exhale it away. Really press into that block to create a little bit more resistance for the upper body. Good, now bring it back in. I'm just gonna switch sides so that I'm not totally facing away from you. We're gonna open our legs up. This plie squat, goddess position, block reaches straight out in front of you, and find these lower and lifts. Exhale, containment as we find more shoulder flexion. Keep pressing into the block, feel the way that increases. sensations. Keep your toes turned out. Keep your ankles, knees, hips feel like they're tracing the same line. 2, long neck, soft jaw, soft face. Don't let the tension creep up into your face. Then reach it back down. Block comes in. Unstick your feet. They're facing forward or maybe on a little diagonal. Land your back knee. Reach the block, round your spine. Restack the spine. Open up. 3, 2, 1, and back. Land your back knee. Lower lift. Extend. Reach your arms out in front of you. Pull them back in. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do our pulses, our goddess pulses. We're going to spend longer pulsing on that last one. Pull it back in. Open your hips up, and it's a lower and a lift. A lower and a lift. If you want more, block is overhead for that lower and lift. Maybe your hands pulse into the block at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe walk around your space. Maybe shake your legs out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, find a chair pose. So sink your hips down. Instead of reaching your arms up, so this is just a squat, reach your arms straight out in front of you. Now start to pull your right arm back, just like we did with our first rotation at the beginning of class. Now reach up and over on a diagonal towards the left corner edge of your mat, round. Try to keep the hips steady as you reach and open back up. Switch sides, twist, reach, exhale. Inhale, big lateral flexion, up and over, rotate and flex. Lift back up, back through center, just one more. Find your breath pattern. Feel expansion through the back of your ribs. Arms, torso moving on this diagonal line. Can you set the hips a little bit lower for this last one? Reach, twist, and fold. Bend your knees a lot here. One more breath. And just come back down onto your hands and knees. And then all the way around to your right forearm and right hip. Right forearm, right hip. Plug your right forearm in and down. Gather through the right side of your ribs, and then exhale, your hips lift up, arm can float up. Lower the hips, lower the shape, but we're still feeling good and strong through the shoulders, so we're not dipping in here. We're still pressing and rooting down through the forearm to feel the shoulders stable as we lower and lift. So this is your first option. Remember, your knees are bent. If you'd like to, you can press through the right hip, right forearm, and lift your top leg. That's going to increase the challenge to both the bottom and the top leg. See how that feels? Let's lower and lift for 5. Let's move sideways, move laterally. Let's do 3. Lower and lift, let the spine move. Gather through the ribs, exhale up. 1 more. Good. Come all the way down onto your right side body. Your block could be your pillow or I'm going to use my arm as my pillow. Left fingers can tent in front of you. Your legs are long. Your feet, your legs are a little bit in front of your hips. So take the time to get your starting position right. It's important. Left fingertips down to the ground. Float your left leg up and simply lower it back down. Exhale up. So this is a great one for the ankle weights. Otherwise, it takes us maybe a little bit longer to feel it. Keep energizing. Try to get all the bend out of your left leg. knowing that if there is a lot of challenge already, you can create more support by bending your bottom leg in. It's going to give you more to press into. Let's move for 3. Up and down for 2. Mindful that there are people with ankle weights on. Now let's turn our toes up and lower and lift. I can still feel this already after sequencing this yesterday with the ankle weights. So good for the hips. Breathe 3. Breathe 2. Feel a lift through your right side waist. Let's do 1. Now, stretch, stretch, stretch your left toes. Plant or flex the ankle, so point that foot away from you and draw a big rainbow here. So that same motion we did, but now on our side body. We did this in a quadruped position. Open, reach, and round. So let the tailbone remain long. Let the spine stay undisturbed. So the curves of the spine, the natural curves of the spine are still there. 3. Breathing, breath naturally moving through your system for 2. And 1. Nice. Roll onto your belly. Flip your palms up, backs of the hands to your low back. Head is lifted, legs can be wide. Now open the palms, or keep the palms facing away from you, flipped up, widen your arms. Flip the palms, watch whatever is in your space, and reach your arms forward. Head and chest are lifted. Open the arms, flip the palms like we're flossing through the shoulders. Keep that going. This spiral of the shoulders. 2. Little lift through the lower abdominals. Let's do 1. Then bring the backs of your hands to your forehead. From here, lift your head, lift your upper body, maybe lift your legs. Okay, this is a big maybe, especially with the ankle weight. So see how that's feeling. We're not feeling any congestion through the lower back. We're feeling length. Now reach your right arm and your left leg out in a diagonal away from you. Pull them back in. Extend, second side, left arm, right leg. And bring them back in. So the legs are barely moving. I want you to just think of the lengthening them even more when it's their turn. Arm reaches, leg lengthens, pubic bone grounds down. Find even more length. 2. We're gonna do 1 more either side. Release it down. Pick a cheek to land on the mat. Release your arms, close your eyes, take a breath. Clear that breath away. 1 more. Exhale it out, press yourself back up. Simply flip around onto your left side body. I'm going to face you. Organize yourself with something under your head, your arm, your block, or an actual pillow. Legs are a little bit in front of your hips. Spine feels long, right fingers content. Let's start to lower and lift through the right leg. A little lift through the left side waist. Arcing up, arcing back down. Building strength deep within our hips. Left side is stabilizing us. Containment, control, precision. These are all things we're thinking right now. What's happening with your low back? Sense where your lumbar spine is, what's happening with your pelvis. The pelvis should be unmoving as well, right? It kind of feels like it's moving, but you can bring your hand to your right hip bone and you can feel it staying steady. So if you feel it moving around a lot, that's where you know you're cracking the pelvis, you're opening your pelvis to find that range. Okay, toes up now, external rotation. Toes face up, lower and lift. We're just here for 6. Breathe into the sensations. Maybe your right hand stays on your hip for that feedback. 3. You are your own teacher here. 2. 1. Now stretch your right toes long, plantar flex, and draw this big, beautiful rainbow. Let's try to keep our neck long. I too want to watch my rainbow. It's not as big. It doesn't need to be as big as you think it needs to be. I'm going to bring my right hand back for support because your waist, you want to tip forward and back, especially when you reach that leg behind you. It's hard not to tip backwards, so stay collected. Right side and left side of your body are in conversation, working together for 2. For 1. Nice. Just make your way up onto your forearm. Left forearm, left hip, root down through your left forearm. Root down through your left hip. We did this in the opposite direction too. It's really morning brain. Press through your left hip, press through your left forearm. Open the shape up, reach it up so you can keep your legs stacked, or you can find that lift of the top leg up. So lower and then collect through the ribs, root through the forearm to reach. Good, awake and alive through the side hip, through the side waist. We've got 3. Neck stays long. Keep your gaze in one spot. That's something I'm working on as I tend to look around the room a lot. Let's do 1. Nice, and then make your way up and around, back onto your hands and knees. Take a stretch through your sit bones, relax through your belly, extend your spine. Hold it there, maybe wave the pelvis a little bit side to side. Feel this really like you're creating space for your sit bones to open. And now round through the back body like you're creating space to breathe into here. And nice and slow, make your way up to standing. We've got one last exercise on deck. So grab your block, bend your knees, bring your hands to the block in front of you. Stretch your right leg towards your back wall, like it's standing on the wall behind you. Stamp your footprint there. Reach, reach, reach long. Also, if you have a stool, a chair, sorry, I know you're in it. This can be a nice height for some of us. So the right leg stretching, stretching, stretching back. Left arm reaches away from you. Now widen left arm, right leg, about a foot on that same diagonal. Find your same diagonal lines. Zip back up through center. Left hip wrapping underneath you. Exhale to open maybe, or exhale to close. You choose. Put as much of your weight as you need into the block. A stool, a chair, tailbone steady, trunk steady. Okay, so we've practiced this. This is our 3rd time doing the same type of motion. Trunk is steady, limbs move. 3, 2, last one. Release it down, stand up, take a breath. Empty out. Right away, second side, gather yourself, find some willingness, here we go. Left leg, stamp it on the wall behind you. Doesn't matter how high your leg lifts, but let's not lift it higher than hip height. Right arm reaches long, energy through the arm, through the leg, press, reach, and then exhale, and move. Find your breath pattern. Feel that stability we've practiced. Feel that side body strength. Lateral movement. Diagonal lines. Keep it going. Press, reach. 3. Really good work, guys. 2, we're almost done. Last one. Let it go. Fold it forward, hands can stay on the block or just tip your hips up. Widen through the base of your pelvis, breathe in. Exhale, roll back up. Take your time, come up vertebra by vertebra. Head comes up last. Take a big breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll, roll, roll it back down. Wide breath in. Exhale, uncurl. Try to imagine like you can breathe more deeply now. Breath in. Chin to chest. Flex down. Last breath. Last time, roll it up. Hopefully feeling good, open, ready, like you can move in all directions. This was inspired because I was playing soccer this week at work and I was so sore, and I know like I teach Pilates, I teach movement, but it's just a reminder we've got to keep practicing that lateral movement, that side to side movement to help us move more efficiently in our world that is primarily moving forwards and backwards. We need to maintain and hone that ability to move in all directions. So hopefully feeling that, feeling good, feeling ready to move in diagonals today. Thank you for practicing with me.